Hello, kids. I'm sure you all are hale and hearty and are connected to your studies with the help of our videos, assignments, and our worksheets. Today, I, Suman Yadav, have come up with a beautiful poem from your English textbook, My English Garden, composed by a great poet called Ravindranath Tagore. I'm sure you all are familiar with this name because he was not only a great poet, he was also a short story writer, a novelist, and a dramatist. A big proud for our country. Now, before I begin with the explanation of my poem, I would like to ask you some questions. Have you ever made any paper boat? Or have you ever sailed any paper boat in puddle or stream or rivulet? Now you must be thinking, what is puddle? Puddle is a small pool of water, mostly created in rainy season. Stream and rivulet means a small flowing river. If you have never done this activity, then you must do it. It's really a fun-filled activity. I promise you'll have a lot of fun. In fact, I have also created my paper boats and I'm going to sail these paper boats when I get the opportunity. And I request you also to do this activity when you get the opportunity. Now let's come to the point. As I told you that I have come up with a beautiful poem. In this poem, there is a small innocent child and he is the speaker in this poem and he wants to say something. Let's see what he wants to say. Now this is the picture of your textbook. And the title of the poem is Day by Day. Let's see what the child wants to say in this poem. The child says, "Day by day I float my paper boats, one by one, down the running stream. In big black letters, I write my name on them and the name of the village where I live." Now the child says that day after day or every day the child makes many paper boats and one by one he sails his paper boats in a running stream. I've already explained you what is the meaning of stream, but let me explain you again. Stream is a small flowing river. In fact, you can see the picture of this small flowing river. Now this flowing river is nothing but stream. Now before sailing his paper boats, child also writes his name in black letters, big black letters, not only his name. In fact, he also writes the name of his village where he lives. Now why does he do that? Let's see. The child says, "I hope that someone in some strange land will find them and know who I am." Now you must have understood why does he do that. He does that so that somebody who is in strange land, strange means unknown, somebody who is in unknown land or unknown place will find his paper boats and will get to know about the child and about the child's village where the child lives. The child also says that I load my little boats with shively flowers from our garden and hope. Now before sailing his paper boats, first he writes his name, the name of his village. Then after writing his name, he also loads his paper boats with shively flowers. Means he puts many shively flowers which he plucks from his garden. Now you must be thinking, what are shively flowers? Now can you see the picture of these flowers? These beautiful flowers are shively flowers. They are mostly found in West Bengal. Now the child hopes that these blooms of the dawn will be carried safely to the land and in the night. Now after loading his paper boats with shively flowers, he sails and he hopes that these flowers which bloom in the morning will be carried safely to the land in the night. Bloom word is also used for flowers. Now the child says, I launch my paper boats and look up into the sky and see the little clouds setting their white bulging sails. After launching his paper boats, launching means sailing his paper boats in the running stream, the child look up in the sky. And what does he see? He sees the little clouds setting their white bulging sails, means he sees the clouds floating in the sky. Now the child is so small and is so innocent that he feels that these clouds are nothing but boats or ships which are sailing in the sky. Now the child says, I know not what playmate of mine in the sky sends them down the air to race with my boats. Now, playmate is actually a child who plays with you or your friend. But here, this child who sails paper boats, can you see this child who's sailing paper boats? He feels that there's another child in the sky and he is sailing his paper boat. He's sailing his boats in the sky, and he thinks that these clouds are the boats of the child who's there in the sky. And the child who's sailing the clouds in the sky maybe wants to have competition with this child along with his paper boats. Now the child says, when night comes, I bury my face in my arms and dream that my paper boats float on and on under the midnight stars. Now, when there is nightfall, the child puts his face in his arms and then he dreams that. Here, buries my face means puts his face. Can you see this picture? There's a boy who has buried his face in his arms. Same thing, this child also buries his face in his arms and dream that his paper boats float continuously under the midnight stars. Stars that twinkle in the middle of night or at night. He also says, the fairies of sleep are sailing in them and the lading is their basket full of dreams. I'm sure you know what are fairies. Fairies are imaginary creatures with wings. They're like angels. So he dreams that there are fairies of sleep. Fairies which bring sleep to everyone. They are also sailing in his paper boat and they're also carrying their basket full of dreams. Here lading means goods. So the basket full of dream is their goods. You can also see this innocent child sailing the paper boats in the stream. I hope you understood the concept of this poem. Now let's come to some textual exercises based on this poem. Now, here it is. Fill in the blanks with correct words from the box. Now there are certain words in the box. Now we have to use these words in the correct blanks. Let's see what the words are. Number 1, midnight stars. Stars which twinkle at night. Clouds, I'm sure you know. White color. Siuli, I've already explained that they are flowers found in West Bengal. Name. Strange means unknown. And floats. Floats means glide or sail on the surface of water. Now number 1 is, the speaker dashes paper boats down the running stream. What does the speaker do with his paper boats? He floats his paper boats down the running stream. Number 2, he writes his dash on the paper boat so that someone in some dash land finds them. What does he do with his paper boat? He writes his name on the paper boat so that someone in some strange land finds them. Number 3, he loads his paper boat with dash flowers. What kind of flowers? Siuli flowers. So the word siuli will come in number 3. Now let's come to number 4. Number 4 is, he looks up in the sky and sees the little dash setting their dash bulging sails. Now when he looks up in the sky, he sees the little dash. What does he see? Definitely he sees clouds. He sees little clouds setting their white bulging sails. So clouds will come in number 4 and even white will come in number 4 because there are 2 blanks. Now let's come to number 5. Number 5 is, in the night, he dreams that his paper boats float continuously under the dash. In the night means in the middle of night, he dreams that his paper boats float continuously under midnight stars. Yes, his paper boats are sailing under the stars. Now let's come to the next exercise. It's match these words with phrases. Now can you see in column A there are some words and in column B there are phrases. Phrases are groups of words with some meaning. Now number 1 in column A is float. What float? Definitely paper boats float. So your option D is the answer of number 1. Number 2, name. Where does the child write his name? He writes his name on paper boats. So option C is the answer of number 2. Number 3, siuli. Now from where does the child bring siuli? Flowers. He brings Siuli flowers from his garden. So option E is the answer of number 3. Number 4, clouds. What are clouds? Clouds are white bulging sails. So option A is answer of number 4. Number 5, face. Now what does the child do in the end? He buries his face in the arms. So answer of face is bury in the arms. Option B is the right answer of number 5. Now children, I expect you to write the answers of these textual exercises in your notebook. And along with your textual exercises, I have given you some other exercises. Let's see. Here I have given certain spellings which you are supposed to pen down in your notebook. There are 10 spellings. Number 1, Siuli. Number 2, stream. Number 3, blooms. Number 4, dawn. Number 5, launch. Number 6, fairies. Number 7, bulging. Number 8, berry. Number 9, loading. Number 10, playmate. Now after writing the spellings, I want you to write certain words along with their meanings. So number 1, you will write Siuli, and you already know what is Siuli. Siuli is a type of flower. Number 2, lading. Lading means goods. Number 3, stream. Stream is a small river. You already saw the image in the PPT. Number 4 is bulging. Bulging means sticking out or protruding. Number 5, dawn. Dawn means early morning. You can see the spelling of dawn, D-A-W-N. Number 6, blooms. Blooms means flowers or blossoms. Now let's come to the next slide. Here are certain questions with their answers based on the poem which you have just learned. Let's see which questions are given. Number 1. Who floats the paper boats down the stream? I'm sure you know the answer. In fact, I have also written down the answer so that you get better hang of it. Let's see what the answer is. So the answer to this question is, a child who is the speaker in this poem floats the paper boats down the stream. Now let's come to the next question. Your next question is, what does the speaker hope while floating the paper boats? What does the child hope? Here the speaker is the child. So the speaker hopes that someone in some strange land will find his paper boats and know who he is. As I already told you that the child writes his name as well as the name of his village on his paper boats, so that when he sails his paper boat should reach at a land, and a person who finds his paper boat will get to know about himself and about the place where he lives. That is why the answer is, the speaker hopes that someone in some strange land will find his paper boats and know who he is. Now come to number 3. What does he load in his paper boats? I'm sure you know the answer, but still I have given you the answer so that you can pen down the answers. The answer is, the speaker loads Siuli flowers in his paper boats. Now children, if you find any difficulty in writing down the answers, so you can take the screenshot of the slides and then you can pen down the answer. Now before concluding my video, I would like to tell you that I have divided this chapter into 2 parts, or I have divided this chapter into 2 videos. In this video, I have just explained you the chapter, or I have just explained you the poem, and I have given you some textual exercises along with some question answers. But in my next video, I will again come back with some other question answers and other textual exercises. Until then, bye bye.